What's up, everyone? It's Rob DeBoer with a very short video to identify what is the formula to create weight loss once and for all. It's real simple. It's based on the energy balance equation. If someone tells you differently, they're simply wrong. It can be more complex. They can add other variables, hormones, body composition, thermic effect of food, non-exercise activity, thermogenesis, the actual exercise that you do. Forget all of that for a moment and let's just understand the foundational balance equation, which means energy in versus energy out is going to equal whether you have a surplus or a deficit. And over time, if there is a surplus, you're going to gain weight. And when we gain, we want it to be muscle. If there's an ongoing deficit, you're going to lose weight. And when we lose, we want it to be fat. So there's a lot of variables that go into that. But how the human body works is run on energy. Energy comes from food. Food from a caloric value called a macronutrient. Macro meaning large amounts measured in grams on a food label. Protein, carbs, 4 calories a gram. Fat, 9 calories a gram. Alcohol actually has 7 calories a gram. We're not going to count that. And now ketones, this new idea of ketone supplementation has 5 or 6 calories a gram, and why I believe it's the greatest fuel source that you can put in your body, even superior to food in many instances. So, based on how much energy you put in versus how much energy you put out equals a surplus or a deficit. Now, this has to be continual, ongoing. In other words, you can't have a surplus for a couple of days, then a deficit for a couple of days, and then you break your diet and you have a binge day, and now you're at a big surplus, and then you have a few good days. It doesn't work like that. That's why diets don't work. We want to give you a formula to crack your metabolic code, and you have to take into consideration sustainability and lifestyle. It doesn't make a difference if I give you a formula that works short term that you can't sustain. But once and for all, if you could create that code that cracks your metabolic makeup, that's the goal. We want you to live life, enjoy life without being fixated on food, worrying about what you can or can't eat, judging your macros, what are my numbers, what are my percentages. We're going to help you figure all that out. But again, we need to make it real simple, and it's energy in versus energy out equals weight gain or weight loss. So to give you a just real quick example before we move on to another video, when people start a higher fat, lower carb diet, they need to be very careful. A lot of times people will gain weight, and here's why. If we're putting carbs in at 4 calories a gram versus fat, which is 9 calories a gram, and then all of a sudden we say, let's put in less carbs. Let's put in less of the 4 calorie a gram energy, and let's put in more energy, which is the fat grams that are 9 calories a gram. Now you've just doubled the amount of energy you put in. And while there are plenty of exceptions to the rule, the problem is people are habitual patterned eaters. So they don't eat because they're hungry, which is the need to eat. They eat because they have an appetite, which is their desire to eat. And until we correct that appetite and address it, people will oftentimes gain weight when they start a high-fat, low-carb diet. So, summary. Energy in based on caloric values of food. Protein, carb, fat, alcohol, ketones. Based on energy out. This is your basal metabolic rate. I call it your survival rate. The calories it takes for your brain to think, your eyes to blink, your food to digest, your heart to pump, all those things just to keep you alive. Even if you're just sitting watching TV all day, that's going to be the primary consumer of your energy out. Also, your non-energy activities like walking into the grocery store, going out to get the mail, walking your dog, getting up out of bed, cooking dinner, all these little things add up as energy coming out. Maybe it's going to the gym, energy coming out. Now, there's a bunch of variables in between, but at the end of the day, if you're someone that says, I gained weight and I don't know why, here's why. You created an energy surplus. More energy came in than went out. If you're someone that's having success losing weight, here's why. It's because you put less energy in than you put out, but your body is going to make up the difference by using either muscle or fat to create its own energy. Our goal is to create energy needed by the body by using body fat, not body muscle. So that's a quick answer. That's how you lose weight once and for all. That's the equation. Don't care what anyone else says. That's the basis for all we do. We'll move into the specifics, how ketones play a role in that, in making your daily choices. Thanks, guys. Hope this helps.